day and stay ready, because you never know when that starter might get hurt. You never know when he might need a breather, and you got to go out on that field. Are you going to be prepared when it's time to go out on that field? Are you going to give it your all? Are you going to be in the position to actually help the team win? Or will you be that person who didn't put in the work because they were on the sideline, because they felt like it wasn't their time? And when you get in the game, you fail because you never put in that work. You got to always be prepared. You got to always be prepared to be put in the game. Yo, what's good, family? It's your boy Malik. Welcome to the Low Life YouTube channel. If you're new here, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you've been here before, just hit that like button, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate all the love. But yeah, today I wanted to get into a topic that is truthful and that everybody should follow. And that's get 1% better each day. Get 1% better each day. It's so easy to do that. So easy. Now, you can do it in all categories of life. You can do it in the physical sense. You can do it in the mental sense. And I'm going to break it down how, you can do that. So, I would say in the physical sense, whether it's a walk, whether it's taking a bike ride, whether it's going to the gym, if you're actually working out, going to the gym each day, those things will benefit you. You will realize after a while, you'll see the growth, and you'll see the, how can I say it? Just the build of character that it does to you. Being consistent every day when it comes to physical stuff. Like, I know for myself, as y'all can see, I'm not skinny. I'm actually kind of swole, and that just comes from, constantly working out. I might not work out the hardest every day. I might not feel like working out every day. However, I still go out there and do something. Like nowadays, I bike at least 3 miles every day. And that's honestly just for the mental, but it's a physical thing too. It keeps my body right. I also do CrossFit. I love CrossFit. It's really fun. Me and my sister do it together. It's a good way to keep yourself in shape. Like CrossFit, if you guys don't know what that is, it's basically like weightlifting mixed with a bunch of cardio. So we'll have, let's say, power clean, if you guys know what that is. We'll do power cleans for I'll say 80% of your max weight, and then we'll have a run, in the midst of the whole workout. So CrossFit is a really good way to get your body right. But outside of that, if I'm not biking, if I'm not going to CrossFit, I take myself a walk. I go for a nice long walk around the neighborhood, listen to my music, just vibe. And I feel like the physical activities clear my head. They make me feel a lot more sound. And that's one thing about getting 1% better each day that helps, Doing the physical things each day allows you to feel like you're on the right path, feel like you're doing something. Because I hate that feeling. I know y'all hate that feeling, the feeling like, damn, I'm not doing anything with my life. Just get your ass up and go take a walk. And I promise you, after you take that walk, you'll feel a little better. But go take a bike ride if you got a bike. I promise after that bike ride, you'll feel better. And if you really feel up to it, go to the gym. Start getting your body right. Start eating right. I promise you, you're gonna feel better. That's one thing I gotta work on is my nutrition. My nutrition sucks. I eat terribly, but I'm working on it. So, another way you can get 1% better in the mental portion is by journaling. If you journal, talk about what's on your mind to yourself, after a while, you'll start to see kind of similar patterns in the way you think. And you'll be able to decipher how to fix those patterns, whether they're good or bad. If they're good, then that's a good thing. You're able to see the good in you. However, if they're bad patterns, then you're able to break it down. Figure out, all right, what can I do to improve myself, and then go with it. I feel like for me, I've journaled a lot in the past. I've made, I do it on my notes. But yeah, I've had plenty of times where I'm not feeling good and I just decide to pull the book out and physically write. I've had plenty of times where I'm not feeling good and I chose to go on my notes app on my phone and just write, and it helps. It really does help. That's one way to get your mental right. 1% better each day. Actually write down what you're thinking. Write down what you've been through. And then when the next day comes, look back at it and be like, okay, all right, we can work on this. Or okay, I like where I'm going. I like this. So another thing for me that I would say keeps me great and keeps me, doing that 1% each day is working on my craft. And my craft right now has been YouTube. Like literally every single day I'll record a video, and not every video is going to be perfect. I know that. Not every video is going to get a bunch of views. I know that. Not every person in this world wants to see me talk. However, I know personally, I feel like my purpose is to help folks. And I know I can't help anybody until I help myself. And so that's why I've been making these videos every day, posting these videos almost, 3 or 4 times a week, because it's making me feel better. It's making me feel like, okay, I'm putting myself out there each day. You know what I mean? I'm learning how to talk better, learning how to articulate my words better each day. I'm learning the ins and outs of this YouTube shit. And like I said, it's just the beginning. So eventually over time, that 1% is going to build to 10%. That 10% is going to build to 50%. That 50% is going to build to 100%. You know what I'm saying? They stack up. There's 365 days in this year. If you get 1% better each day, you're going to be 365% better than you were when you started. And that's the whole point of this. You got to realize things compound. They build up after a while. The small little things that you're doing right now that may not seem like they're worth it, the small little mental notes that you're taking right now that you might not feel like it's working, you'll realize that consistency, being consistent in that 1% every day, you'll realize maybe 3 months down the road, it might take a while, you'll realize the actual improvement, the change that it's done to your life. Like for instance, a good way for me, or a good example for me, is me quitting weed. I'm gonna talk about that almost every other episode because it's a big thing about my life right now, and that's quitting weed. I would say when it comes to quitting weed, when I first started, I didn't feel good. Like when I first started the quitting process, I couldn't sleep, couldn't eat. I was tempted. I had so many temptations. Like I wanted. My brain was just stuck on this one way of thinking, this one way of living. I wasn't disciplined. I wasn't getting 1% better every day. However, now, it's been 2 weeks. It's been a good 2 weeks since I stopped quitting, and I feel good. And like literally now I can eat. Now I can sleep. Now I feel a little bit more powerful. I feel a little more confident in myself because I realize that I'm keeping my word. And each day I'm getting 1% better because I'm not doing this thing. I'm getting 1% more sound because I'm not indulging in the bad substances. You feel me? 1% better, my people. Try to get 1% better each day. And I promise you, there's going to be days where you do not want to do things. There's days where I haven't want to record a video. Like really, there was nothing on my mind and I was like, nah, I don't want to do this. There's days when I really wanted to smoke, people. Like I wanted to smoke so bad. But I'm like, nah, 1% better. You're not going to fall back into the old habits. There was days where I didn't want to work out. I didn't want to take that bike ride. But I was like, you know what? I got to get up and I got to do this. 1% better. 1% better each day. Because consistency is what leads to success. They go hand in hand. You can't have overnight success. That only happens to a small few. And you know what happens to a small few when they get overnight success? They don't know how to deal with it. They don't know how to deal with the luxuries. They don't know how to deal with the fame. They don't know how to deal with the money and all the good shit that comes with it because they didn't work hard to get it. They didn't have time enough. They didn't spend enough time to value what they got, to value the process. You know what I'm saying? That's why so many people who get rich quick end up losing it all so fast because they don't know how to manage it. They haven't changed themselves in order to be able to handle that type of money. You feel me? So that's why every day I'm trying my best to get better, 1%. So that when my time does come, I'm prepared. I'm really prepared. It's like in sports. I play sports all my life, so I'm going to relate to sports a lot. But it's like in sports when you're the guy on the bench, right? But you're second string. You're right behind the starter. And coach says, stay ready. Stay ready. Honestly, that might be the title of this video. Get 1% ready. Get 1% better each day and stay ready. Because you never know when that starter might get hurt. You never know when he might need a breather. And you got to go out on that field. Are you going to be prepared when it's time to go out on that field? Are you going to give it your all? Are you going to be in the position to actually help the team win? Or will you be that person who didn't put in the work because they were on the sideline, because they felt like it wasn't their time? And when you get in the game, you fail because you never put in that work. You got to always be prepared. You got to always be prepared to be put in the game. You feel me? Because this life's just a game. You got to be prepared to get to that next level so that when the time comes, you don't fail. So when that time comes, you can give it your all. You can show the people. You can show everyone around you how much work you put in when it's your time to shine. Because I know right now it's not my time to shine. God, the higher being, he's telling me to keep building myself. Get 1% better each day. Keep growing your skills. Because when I give you that spotlight, I promise you, you'll be ready for it. He's telling me I'll be ready for it when that spotlight comes, because I'm putting in the work every single day, my brother. I'm putting in the work every single day, my sister. And I ain't perfect. There's people out there who I know are working harder than me. But then I know there's people out there who's not working as hard as me. And those are the people I'm trying to be on top of. And hopefully, as I keep going, the people who are working harder than me, I get to their level. Because those people are getting better 1% every day. They're getting better 1% every fucking day. So my people, I'm going to end this right here. And I'm going to say, quick question. What are you doing to get 1% better every day? What are you doing? Look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, am I doing everything I can do to get 1% better each day? Ask yourself that. So my people, it's a Sunday. It's God's day. I'm praying for you. You know what I'm saying? I hope you have many blessings in your life. And just remember, you gotta do what you gotta do in order to get to the next level. And that means every day, put in that work. Every single fucking day. You feel me? I love y'all. Until next time on the Low Life YouTube channel, it's your boy Malik. I'm out.